Welcome Arm Wrestling fans, I'm Pradeep from Arm Wrestling News. Before we get to the main topic, which is Devon Larratt versus John Brzenk, did Devon use the King's move or an open top roll to beat John Brzenk in round 1 yesterday? So before we get to the main topic, let's quickly discuss some other topics that got overshadowed by King of the Table. First up, we have Derek Smith versus Tim Bresnan on January 29th in Atlantic City. Both over 300 pounds, massive human beings. This is no recent announcement, but since I haven't reported it on my channel yet and it also involves one athlete which is from top 8, it automatically becomes important news. And just based on the fact that Tim Bresnan is a contestant in top 8, he should be the favorite in this match. Unless Derek Smith is able to finish this match quickly, I can see it going Tim Bresnan's way very easily. Alright, second up we have Wayne Withers versus Marcio Barboza, another super match that got overshadowed by King of the Table. It happened a few hours after King of the Table, and this match was interesting because of one common opponent. Marcio Barboza had a loss against Matt Mask and Wayne Withers had a win over Matt Mask. So this kind of made it interesting. Not that it matters a lot, but still it was good enough to make it interesting. So Marcio Barboza won this match 3-0, and as far as I remember, he did not even let Wayne Withers slip, which was quite impressive considering that Wayne Withers is a 6'7" guy, over 330 pounds, and he's also a top roller, and Marcio did not even let him slip once. Third, there was an important practice video between two of the top 5, I think I can say, in North America, Todd Hutchings and Dave Chaffee. And like always, the story has always been like this between Dave Chaffee and Todd Hutchings. Dave Chaffee always bullies Todd Hutchings because he's just a perfect and stronger matchup for Todd Hutchings. Dave Chaffee is so powerful that Todd Hutchings was going, like there was no ready go. Todd Hutchings, whenever he felt good, he was attacking Dave Chaffee. Still, Dave Chaffee held him, brought him back and pinned him at least 20 times before Todd was able to get his first pin. And all of them, remember, all of them, Todd Hutchings went first. He was attacking and Dave Chaffee was just holding, which shows how strong Dave Chaffee really is. So if you are not Levan or Denis Siplenkov, there is no way going through Dave Chaffee through his arm. You have to attack his hand. That is a basic. Now let's talk about the main topic, the big event, John Brzenk versus Devon Larratt. And towards the end of this video, I will ask you guys two important questions that I need help with. So let's talk about the first round. Many people are saying that Devon did not use a King's move. He just used an open top roll. First of all, the first question, not towards the end, but I'm asking you right now. What is the difference between an open top roll and a King's move? Because I uploaded about 9 videos in last couple of days, I got at least 600-700 comments on my YouTube channel, and I had to spend almost half of the day reading and going through all of those comments. So the most common thing, not important, that I found in my comment section was everyone, at least 50 people were saying that Devon did not use the King's move. He just used an open top roll. So I want to ask you guys, what is the difference between these two? And when someone asked them, there were two common replies. It is not a King's move because number 1, Engin Terzi said so. Number 2, his humerus, his shoulder was not below the table. So it was like this, not below the table. So I want to ask you guys one question. Where do we draw the line? So some guys are saying it is a King's move if the shoulder is below the table. I totally disagree. If the shoulder is below the table and in a losing position like Devon was in round 1, it is a foul. How can a foul be a King's move? How can you call a foul a King's move? If I lift my elbow up, it is a foul. You cannot give it some special name, King's move or something like that. So if my hand is like that, my arm is like that, and I dip below the table, my shoulder goes below the table, it has to be a foul. You cannot call a foul a King's move. I've been saying that for a very long time. Second thing, if the shoulder is above the table and someone is like that, you can call it a King's move. But where do you draw the line? Where does King's move start? Does it start here? Does it start here? Does it start when the arm is exactly parallel but it is still not a foul? So how can you classify a King's move? This is my first question, and I don't really understand Why do we need to defend something that is perfectly legal, totally normal, completely within the rules? Devon did not break any rules, guys. We have to understand this. Why do we need to defend him saying that it was not a king's move? To me, it was a king's move, but we don't need to defend it. And the second thing that I wanted to ask you guys is there are a couple of rules that were very clear. If you don't attempt to take a grip, rule number 1, it is a foul, right? I think we all agree on that. Rule number 2, inside the straps, it was a referee's grip, and any movement in referee's grip should be a foul. Are we clear on these two rules? I think we are. So why did the first round take 5 minutes to start with only one person getting only one foul? Are you guys able to collect these things, connect the dots? So how can this happen? If you don't attempt to take a grip, foul. How much time does it take to give a foul in that under that criteria? Second, in the referee's grip inside the straps, if you move, it should be a foul. So why did it take Bill Collins 5 minutes to give only one fouls and start the match? And I'm not a Devon Larratt hater here. Actually, I'm his fan and I had my money on Devon. So please don't call me a Devon hater once again. And please answer these two questions in the comment section. Till then, bye bye. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and share it with someone who thinks like you.